We're here at Bamsouth.com with Bam Vision with our weekly segment, Ask Bobby Gill. Bobby Gill, of course, is a renowned local attorney here in the Metro Jackson area. Bobby, today we want to ask you about wills in Mississippi. First of all, does everyone need a will?
Well, Jack, as a resident of Mississippi, everyone has a will, whether you know it or not. What I mean by that is if you don't have a will that you have prepared, your estate is governed by essentially a will that was written by the Mississippi legislature. They decide how your property is disposed of. Now, some people may be okay with that. That may be the proper thing for some people. But if you want your wishes to be followed, then you have to have your own will. Otherwise, it's the government's will. And under their will, I'll give you an example. If you have a spouse, you may want to leave everything to your spouse. If you die without a will, then your spouse only gets a child's share, not everything. Some property passes outside of estates, and examples of that are jointly owned property. If you have a jointly owned property with rights of survivorship, when you die, then that property automatically transfers to the other person that owns it. Same with bank accounts. Now also, if you have beneficiary forms like on IRAs or insurance, if you have a life insurance policy, that passes to the beneficiary. That passes outside the estate. These matters are very complicated, or they can be very simple, depending on the assets you have, the liabilities you have. Children, whether or not you have children, you can put in the will, in the event of your death, who you want to take care of your children. There are all sorts of things to consider. But I believe that having a will is very important. It may be that the state will is good for you and you're good with that. But you at least need to talk to an attorney and check it out and see what you want to happen in the unfortunate, untimely event of your death.
But let me ask you this. If a spouse or family member passes away and they don't have a will, is it too late for them to come to you and get changes made?
After the death?
Yeah.
It's too late after the death. When you die, you either die with a will or without a will. And if you die without a will that you've prepared yourself or your attorney has prepared, then your estate is governed by the rules written by the Mississippi legislature.
Goodness, so it's never really too late, or you can't be too young to actually have a will.
Oh, no, absolutely. I think that everybody should consider that. Unfortunately, we never know how long we have in this world. Things can change in the blink of an eye. And if you have things that are important to you, if you have children, if you have assets that you want to control, then you need to go see an attorney and you need to get a will drafted.
One more misconception is, all right, I don't have a lot of property, I don't have a lot of money, I don't need a will.
That is a misconception, because sometimes you do need a will. Like I said before, what if you have a surviving spouse and they only get a child's share when you think that they should get everything? It's not about what people think or what you want. Your wishes don't matter. They do not matter unless you put them in the will. Otherwise, the will written by the legislature, the government's will be your will.
And I think most of us would rather do it ourselves than have the government do it. Wouldn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Bobby, I know you specialize in this. If people want more information or want to get in touch with you, Bobby Gill at Gill, Ladner and Priest, how can they do so?
Well, they can go to our website, which is getlegalpower.com. They can call us at 601-352-5700, or they can stop by and see us at our office. We're on Highway 51 in Ridgeland, right across the street from McDonald's.
Bobby, very enlightening and news to me and news to a lot of people. Thanks so much for giving us this information, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Jack.
It's Bobby Gill. Ask Bobby Gill on Bamsouth's Bam Vision. We'll see you next week.